welcome to the Stevie Yarn Co. Knitting and Crochet podcast. My name is Maggie and this is my space where I love to chat all things yarn. I hope you're doing so well. I am coming to you from Pennsylvania, a very snowy, cold Pennsylvania. It has been quite a winter here, which naturally means it's the perfect time to cast on and create all of the things. I have so much to share with you today. I'm very excited to sit down and chat. So let's get cozy, let's chat yarn, let's get into it. So I'm pretty sure the last time that I sat down to chat with you was October. So it's been quite a few months. I have made some things over those past few months, and most of them were socks for gifts. So I don't even have those to share with you today. I didn't even take pictures of them, but most of the holiday season was working on some gift socks for people. So once I cleared my sock needles, oh man, I just had the itch to cast on all the socks and all of the projects and just do all the things. So let's get into it. So I only really have one solid finished item that I can show you. In the fall, I crocheted a sweater with the most beautiful color yarn, and I finished it and I got to wear it all through autumn, and it was so lovely. So let me show you that. So this is the sweater. I hope you can see it okay. This was just the perfect autumn sweater. The colors were so moody, so great. I did not keep the yarn tag. I do know that it was a yarn from Michaels and it was a Loops and Threads brand. I can link it in the description box because I know I can hunt the colorway down, but off the top of my head I don't remember. But the yarn is like so soft and fuzzy, and I did not follow a pattern for this. I just wanted kind of like a longer turtleneck type cozy autumn sweater, and it came out just that, and I love it so much. And to be honest, I have not worn it much since autumn, because if you've been here a long time, I'm like a broken record. I really lean into the seasons of color palettes, especially once autumn comes around. I want all of the rich, dark, moody colors, and now that we are past autumn and into winter, I need all of the bright colors, and you'll see that in some of my other projects. So yeah, that was really the only finished object that I could show you, but I love it so much. So let's get into socks. I have my little basket of socks here. Let's see, I have 4 pairs of socks going right now. For months, I was doing so great at literally having one pair of socks going. And it was nice. It was kind of a nice break. I feel like, especially coming off of summer sock knitting and gift sock knitting, yeah, it felt nice to kind of have a break, but man, I got the sock bug again and I got it hard. So let's get into it. I mean, I love it. I have one in a project bag, but look at that greatness. I love it so much. So let's start with the one that I had cast on. Actually, I think I cast the sock on in November. So we have this beautiful blue sock with a pop of black. This is a Doctor Who colorway that I have in my shop. I put it in my shop in November. I was binging Doctor Who and I was like, you know what, it's time. I've never had a Doctor Who colorway and it is much overdue. So this colorway is called Wibbly Wobbly TARDIS. If you are a Doctor Who fan, I think you will appreciate this. It's just this really deep blue. There's some like deep purples in there, and then there's specks of black, And then I just used a pop of black for the cuff, and then I'll do black for the toe and the heel. Yeah, I love this colorway so much. This definitely got put on the back burner. I almost thought about pulling it out because I just was not in the mood to work on it. And then I was like, no, I love Doctor Who and these will be beautiful socks. So I'm sticking with it. I haven't still really worked on these and you'll see why. I just got all crazy and I've been working on other socks. But yeah, this colorway is still in the shop. I think I have maybe 3 skeins left of it. It does not come with a black like mini skein or anything. It's just a 100-gram skein of the blue. I just used black that I had in my stash. So yeah, that's one sock. Okay, this next sock, I actually have one of them finished and oh guys, this is so good. So let me just show you the finished sock. I did not bring my sock blocker, so I apologize. So we're just gonna go with it. So guys, look at this sock. Hello? It's so bright and beautiful. So this is a self-striping yarn from PK Yarns, from Etsy. And I was on TikTok the one day. I get real deep into sock knitting on TikTok. I love to watch sock knitting videos on TikTok. And there was another sock knitter that had yarn that was kind of like a pastel rainbow. And I was like, I need rainbow yarn now because that is beautiful and so bright and happy. So I was browsing Etsy and I really also love a striped yarn. I can't dye self-striped yarn myself, so I love to support other striped yarn dyers. Yeah, so anyways, PK Yarn on Etsy. And I just did a basic vanilla sock. I cast on 64 stitches. Yeah, just knit a tube and then did an afterthought heel. And I am just so in love with how bright and fun it is. If you are just searching for some bright yarn during these dark winter months, this is just the most perfect. So I finished that one and then I did cast on the second one, but I just got through the cuff and I am on to the leg. They are not going to be the same, but I don't care. I kind of like I kind of like when my socks are different and not perfectly matchy match, because I don't know, I think it's more fun. So yeah, I have been having such a blast with the sock yarn. The second I got this, I cast it on immediately and I just breezed through this first sock. So yeah, PK Yarns on Etsy. Go check them out. Okay, this next sock that I cast on, I'm not super far, but I will show you what I have. So this colorway here, this is a Fangirl Fibers yarn, and the colorway is called Biscuits with the Boss. And this colorway is inspired by Ted Lasso, which is one of my favorite shows. If you have not watched Ted Lasso, I highly suggest it. It is on, I think it's on Apple TV, I think. But I did cast this on for my friend who also loves Ted Lasso, and I just wanted to knit her a pair of socks. So this is what I have so far. It is this beautiful pale pink, and there's some specks of blue and gold, a little bit of red. If you are a Ted Lasso fan, I don't want to spoil anything, but the colors make sense for the name. So yeah, I just got through the cuff and I'm onto the leg. I will just make these probably exactly the same as I made my striped one, just a longer leg and an afterthought heel. Yeah, I haven't really done a ton of knitting on these. I will get to these eventually and you'll see why when I show you my next sock. So yeah, this yarn is super soft. I love Fangirl Fibers yarn. I love her work. I love her colorways. So it's always such a treat to be able to work with her yarn. So I'm excited to work on those too. All right, let me put this up here. So I have one more sock, and I'm keeping this sock in a project bag because this is has been my heavy focus socks. I've been taking them with me. So I put them in a project bag, and this beautiful, adorable Valentine project bag is from Polar Bear Yarn. I know you have heard me talk about these bags because I just love them so much. Look at the inside. It's so beautiful. They're just the most absolute perfect sock bag. The quality is so good. The fabrics are always so adorable. So yeah, let me show you what's inside. So one of my friend's birthdays is coming up at the end of February, and I wanted to make her a pair of socks. I had given her a pair of socks for Christmas and she loved them, and I wanted to knit her another pair. And I know I have showed her this colorway and she loved it. So this is one of my colorways. The colorway is called Soda Pop, and it is inspired by K-pop Demon Hunters. So if you know that movie, you know this colorway. So yeah, it's just a bare yarn speckled with the inspired colors with this pretty, very pretty teal mini skein. I love a good confetti looking yarn. I do have the mini here. Yeah, and it comes with a 10-gram mini of this beautiful turquoise. So yeah, I'm making those for her birthday. I hope she isn't watching this, otherwise it will be spoiled, but it's okay. So yeah, I am trying to get these done so I can have them ready for her birthday. So that's why all the other socks have been kind of put on the back burner. Yeah, not much to say about this other than I knit the same cast on 64 stitches, 2x2 rib for the cuff, and then I'll knit up an afterthought heel once I'm done. I knit all of my socks on 9-inch ChowGoo 2.25 millimeter needles. So yeah, that is the last sock that I have. Those have been a lot of fun. The one night I was only working on my rainbow socks, and it was late at night one weekend, and I was just feeling the heaviness of the world, and I was just kind of, you know, like so many, just feeling it, and I was like, I have the strong urge to cast on like 3 pairs of socks at once. So the one night I got all my yarn up and just had myself a little cast on party. It was lovely, and I'm glad I did that. Okay, what to chat about next? You know, I think I'll go with this one. So I also recently had a winter tidy shop update on my Etsy, where I just had some skeins that I threw on the shop that have been in my stock inventory for some time. So I was just kind of doing a winter cleanup and trying to go through my stock. And then I had some colorways that were left over, and I kept staring at them, and they were sitting together side by side, and I was like, you know what? I think this would actually be so pretty knit together. And I have the random itch to cast on another shawl. So that's what I did. So I guess before I show you, I have this shawl in my cute little cherry blossom dragon bag by Ginger Snap Fibers. I love this bag so much. It's so cute and springy, and I mean dragons. And it also has a divided pocket that you can take out. And it's perfect for double yarn project. So let me show you. I am knitting the 1-row crescent shawl, and I have already knit one of those, and I'm pretty sure I had shared that in one of the past episodes. It is a super simple shawl pattern. I found it on Ravelry. It is a paid for pattern. I think it might be only like $3 US, I believe. But it is so, you can use any type of yarn, any size needle. The pattern is so easy to memorize. So let me show you the yarn that I picked. So these were 2 colorways that I had on the shop, and this was Dumbledore socks, and you have seen me knit a pair of socks with this. I loved this colorway so much. I had 1 skein of yarn that had just been sitting in my stock. It was not selling, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use it. And it was sitting beside this colorway, which I had on my shop over the summer, and this colorway was called Saltwater Magic. And I don't know why together, I just thought marled together these would be so fun and interesting. And I did just that, and I am very much loving it. So let me show you the shawl. I'm not super far, but enough to show. Look at these colors together. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. It is so fun. I love it. I haven't, ever since I cast on those socks, I haven't really worked on this that much because I would like to get those socks done as soon as possible, but this is such a great mindless project and I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, the last shawl that I knit of this, I just used one skein of fingering weight yarn. And you can make it as long as you want, as short as you want. It's a very great pattern, especially if you wanted to use up scraps. I think that would be a great shawl pattern to try. So yeah, that's my shawl I've been working on. Share this next one. So this next project I'm working on, I have in my Hellfire Club canvas tote bag that my brother-in-law got me, and you have to see what he stitched on the back. It's perfect. He stitched on this little cat with a little cat butt on the back of the bag, and I just love it so much. I thought it was so funny and cute. So this has been like my to-go bag for a lot of projects. So I am working on the Melt the Ice hat beanie pattern. I am doing the knit version. If you are up to date on the current events in the States, you know what is going on. And yeah, I cast on the Melt the Ice hat. I am still only on the ribbing. I am using, this was from my stash. I think this was either a Big Twist or a Red Heart yarn, but it's just this very fun bright red. And I am using a 5mm circular needle. I have my little pepper here, stitch marker, because Melt the Ice. If you want more details about this, yeah, I'll share the pattern, and you can share I will share the Instagram of the knit along that's going on with this. And this is so awesome. I'm pretty sure there has already been, like, I just saw today actually, I think it was like $650,000 were already raised from the Red Hat Melt the Ice pattern to be donated to mutual aid for immigrant needs, and which I think is amazing. So yeah, I'm on the ribbing. I've been trying to really focus on this so I can get this hat done too. I would like to try to make a couple more to give out to people that are protesting, or yeah, just to donate to. So yeah, I highly suggest you check out this pattern, because it's really great to see the knitting community come together in these very hard, difficult times. So yeah, that's the red hat that I'm working on. I did have this dark red yarn too. This I think was a Red Heart that I would like to cast on a second Melt the Ice hat. Okay, so this project I am very excited for. I cast on a sweater in December, and I have not touched it in quite some time, but I am very looking forward to this sweater project and finishing it. So let me show you first. I am making the No Frill Sweater by Petite Knit. This is my first Petite Knit pattern. I was looking for a very basic sweater pattern, and I wanted to knit a sweater out of my own hand-dyed yarn. So the color that I'm using is called Oracle Deck. It is available in the shop. It is a fingering weight base. It is this very beautiful light purple with specks of gold in pink and blues. So let me just show you the progress I have for the sweater. So here it is. I made it through the increases and I am officially now on the body. I have to be honest, I did struggle a little bit with the pattern. I don't know if I just could not understand or if I misread the pattern. But when it came to the German short rows, I was very confused. And I think that is just a me problem because I don't do German short rows. I think I've only ever done German short rows maybe one other time on another sweater. And when I did it then, it seemed to work out okay, but for some reason, I really struggled with this on the neckline. And you can see it. You can totally see I had just like a big gaping hole for some reason. So I went back after and tried to like hand stitch over it. And I mean, you can definitely see it, but I also don't really care. I'm not that worried about it. And I think when I block it, it will help too. Because like you can see the front here on the corners. And then if you look on the back, it looks nice. But you don't do the short rows on the back, just the front. But I really don't care. It will be fine. So I have the yarn. And I'm also holding this with a strand of mohair like it calls for in the pattern. And I just have this purple mohair. And I found this online a while ago, and I can't remember where I found it, to be honest. And I had a couple skeins of it, and it actually worked out perfectly. It's not so, like, I've never worked with, like, mohair. Well, I worked with mohair one other time when I made fingerless gloves. But I always struggled to find mohair. So if you know of any other dyers that sell mohair, please let me know, because I'm always looking and I just for some reason struggle to find. Or do you guys prefer like Surrey over mohair? I don't really know a lot about Surrey or mohair. It's just what the pattern called for, and I had some and it just happened to work out perfectly. So I don't know if you can really tell, but there's definitely a nice like fuzziness to the sweater. But yeah, I think it's gonna be so beautiful. I just can't get over this purple color. I am using red lace Chalgu needles because they are just my favorite knitting needles. The yarn just is so smooth over the needles. And I have my little crystal ball stitch marker. So yeah, I'm hoping to at least get this done by like beginning of spring so I can enjoy it before the weather gets too warm. I think I'll still have plenty of time to enjoy it, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm not like rushing myself. I will finish it when I finish it. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying this. I have never knit like a fingering weight sweater. I've only ever knit a worsted weight. I will say the worsted weight was way more quicker than the fingering weight because holding it with mohair, I don't think it adds that much more weight to it. So, but yeah, I'm loving this. I'm loving this project, and I do think that the no frill sweater was a good choice for like just a basic, simple, first time fingering weight sweater pattern. I'm enjoying it. If you have any like super basic raglan style knit sweater patterns that you like, I would love to see them because I'm sure in the future I would love to make more. So I think nope, I have one more project that I've been very slowly working on, but I don't think I've showed this in a while, and I have definitely made some progress. So I've been working on a scrappy blanket with all of my sock yarn scraps, and I couldn't even tell you the last time I showed you. So let's just show you where I'm at now. So I'm doing a moss stitch square crochet blanket. I've just found the pattern on YouTube. It just was a tutorial of how to crochet a moss stitch square, and I followed that, and then I just kept going and going. So here is what we have. I'm pretty sure you definitely saw all of this bright pinks but we have definitely added some more rows, and I am so obsessed with this blanket. I'm holding fingering weight held double, and I have it, this is a big basket, I have it housed in this very old picnic basket that I have, and you can see all of my sock yarn scraps are in here. So yeah, I'm holding 2 colors held double, and I am using a size 3.5 millimeter hook. And this project has just been so lovely. I definitely worked on it a lot in December. It was just such a cozy project to pull out while I was just enjoying our Christmas tree. Yeah, right now the colors that I'm working on, I'm really loving. It's this like super bright green, and then the other strand is like a light gray with pink and blue, and I just love it so much. It's so good. I still have quite a lot to go through, and it's definitely going to take me some time, but when this is done, it's going to be so stunning. So yeah, that is my moss stitch blanket. And then of course I have the super cute little teacup and macaroon plate. So cute. You can see this blanket behind me, my granny striped blanket that I started a couple years ago. I have not added anything to this. We'll see if I do, or if I just leave it like this and it's just a pretty chair cover. I don't know, we'll see. I have not had the urge to like add anything to it. I've really been enjoying this moss stitch blanket, and I'll probably just stick with that. I did separate all of my bright colors, and I separated like my more muted natural colors together, and then I set aside like my Halloween and Christmas colorways, and I'm like, do I need a blanket for each season now? Because I started a fall one, and I did work on that, and I think I showed that in my last podcast in October, and I made a lot of headway with that one. But then once December hit, I put that one away for the season and brought out my super bright, colorful one, and I love it. So that's actually all of the projects that I have to share today. It has been very lovely to have some creative time to just enjoy, especially in these winter months. I mean, I love to knit and crochet all the time, but there's something about the cold months that makes it that much more special, because I feel like I can really enjoy it. I did just want to share, I have 2 colorways on the shop. These are Valentine's Day colorways. We have Lil Smooch, and this is a really fun, bright, bold, flirty, red, bright pink, some pops of white. This is on our soft sock base. It is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 100 grams fingering weight yarn. And then we have Delicate Love, which is this very beautiful bear yarn speckled with burgundy. We have a salmon color and some pink. And I think these would make beautiful, both of these would make beautiful socks, a shawl, whatever. And yeah, this one is also fingering weight, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, soft sock base. And yeah, super excited for these. I have not cast on anything for myself with these colorways because, as you can see, I have a lot of socks to get through. And if I cast on these Valentine's ones, I know I'm not going to even touch them. So, but I still love them, and yeah, I had a lot of fun dyeing these up. So those are available in the shop. I think there's a few skeins left of each. And once February is over, if there is any left on the shop, I'll probably take them down. And yeah, I'm looking forward to another year of some really fun yarns for Steva Yarn. And yeah, thanks so much for sitting down and chatting with me today. I feel like I rushed through my projects, but I was happy to actually have some projects to share with you this time. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you take care of yourself, take care of your heart, and I will chat with you next time. Bye!